No idea what day it is. I mean, I know it's Thursday today, but I don't know how many days I've been doing this 30-day video challenge. Somewhere in the middle of it all. It's about almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just back from the oncology appointment, and I ate my cancer fighting dish. Main meal of the day. It never ceases to blow my mind how clueless doctors are. And I mean, I respect all the work they've done. You know, the 8-9 years of schooling, and then the how many years of residency and studying, and the mathematical and chemical smarts, okay? You know, the book smarts, okay? But 99% of them, maybe 99.5% of them, are clueless. They're like in a factory conveyor belt, you know, lockstep. No, you do X, Y, Z and prescribe Y. You do X, Y, Z and prescribe Y. You do X, Y, Z, you have no answer, you do nothing. You let the patient get sicker because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So, I shouldn't be surprised that that was my experience this morning, because it always has been with the doctors around here. They don't have integrative doctors around here. They only have assembly line, factory, conveyor belt doctors. That we only do this. No, I won't. No, I won't let you have that test because it's not for this or that. I don't tell them I'm on Ivor and Fenben because they would literally, their heads would explode. Whew. Really intense neck pain that's been in there for about 6 weeks. My lymph nodes. Anyway, I gotta go do another scan, do a core biopsy of another lymph node, and a bunch of blood tests. And I have to pay cash for all of it, so I really need to get out of here and go back to where my medical insurance works. And that's not happening right now because I need 20 grand more than I have to do that. So, to those of you out there looking for a diagnosis, or to those of you who have a diagnosis and they don't know what the fuck to do, sending you a fist bump, because I'm in your same boat. And I wonder if I'm gonna die before I get to see someone who has a fucking clue about a fucking thing. My neck is on fire. I don't want to take ibuprofen because I want to be aware of everything that's going on in there. Pain is a messenger, my friends. Pain is a messenger. We should never, ever ignore pain. And a new lump in the crotch, so. Well, so the abuse has been super duper high. My daughter, it looks like she's going to sabotage the specialist doctor appointment I got for her that she's been waiting for 6 weeks. She's refusing to cooperate at this time. And I asked someone we know for help, and they're like, I just saw her yesterday and she was dancing and singing and laughing and happy as a clam. Maybe she's testing you. I don't even know what to say about that. because she's doing everything she can to kill herself inadvertently. My whole abdomen, my whole stomach hurts because of the stress of what's going on with her. I don't know how to get out of it. Today's not going to be a long one because the fatigue is, when you have cancer, you get a lot of fatigue. So there's something I wanted to share with you. First of all, 1 second, I need to look at this screenshot. Hold on. I made a screenshot of this thing. Where is it? Screenshot, hold on. Whew. One-handed phone navigation. Okay. So I saw this thing on Instagram that I really resonated with today. It really hit me really hard. From the_flaming_C. That's the dude who dropped this thing. Okay? On Instagram. It says, both fear and faith ask you to believe in something you can't see. You choose. Both faith and fear ask you to believe in something you can't see. You choose. Why is it so automatic and so easy and so fast for me to just immediately go to fear on every single thing and never choose faith on any single thing? If I choose faith, I feel like I'm being duped. That's how I feel. If I'm choosing faith, I feel like a stupid, blind, Pollyanna, deluded fool. What do you guys experience with that? And it reminded me of this guy. So, I don't know if you guys watch movies very much. I'm a huge movie buff. I'm looking for another thing that I have here. So it reminded me very vividly of this movie. Well, this character in a movie played by Mark Rylance, who is basically my ideal man. On the surface, he might be a raging psychopath in private. I don't know, but the persona, okay? So Mark Rylance played this Soviet intelligence officer named Rudolph Abel in a movie called The Bridge of Spies, Steven Spielberg movie. And he won Best Supporting Actor that year in 2015 for that role. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I've never seen a bad Spielberg film until this past weekend with Disclosure Day. And I was like, bro, you were 10 for 10 or 20 for 20 or however many films you've made. And then, oh, he shat his pants. This one, Disclosure Day. Poor. Don't waste your money. It's a Netflix. Okay, it's poor. Just the animatronic animals, it was bad. It was really bad. Anyway, back to Bridge of Spies, which was excellent. Mark Rylance as this Soviet spy. The reason why it reminded me the quote by the gentleman I just read you before about faith and fear, requiring you to believe in something you can't see. So in this movie, Mark Rylance gets popped. He's in America and he's spying for the Russians in America. And he gets popped by this, I think he's an FBI or a CIA officer, Tom Hanks. And so they grab him, and like, he's in trouble. He's like at risk of execution or something. I mean, like, it's gnarly. And this guy is just like completely unfazed. He's not mean, he's not cold, and he's not hard. I mean, he's actually a sympathetic character. You really like him. Like, he's a likable guy in the movie, Rudolph. He's soft. He's got a thinking, introspective look about him, and you really care about him. You like him. But he's for real Soviet spy. Like, he really is doing the bad things for the Soviet Union that the United States has popped him for. And he is in so much trouble. Oh my gosh, like, he's at risk of being executed and all these things. And like, he literally, no reaction. And I think at one point in the movie, at some point, Tom Hanks turns to him and is like, bro, like, aren't you worried? And he's like, worry? What's that gonna do? It's not gonna do anything. So anyway, that quote from the Instagram thing reminded me of the Mark Rylance character, Rudolph Abel, in Bridge of Spies. If you have not seen Bridge of Spies, I do highly recommend. It's really good. So I'm super fatigued. I have a lot of work to do that I'm going to try to do now, and I have absolute full abdominal cramping and pain. And that's 100% attributed to the stress about my daughter. How can I love her as much as I love her, which is like unquantifiably large, and somehow live through this like Rudolph Abel? If you have any suggestions, please comment. Peace out. Love yourself all the way, and love your neighbor, and I love you.